Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex from English Stories with Alex. Before we dive into today's comprehensive guide on mastering English conversation, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button to join our growing community of English learners. On my channel, I share practical tips just like these along with engaging stories that make learning English both fun and effective. Now let's explore how you can transform your English speaking skills. The incredible journey of mastering English conversation opens countless doors in our interconnected world. When you develop strong English speaking skills, you unlock the ability to forge meaningful connections across cultures, build lasting friendships, secure dream career opportunities, and experience the thrill of exploring diverse countries with confidence. As someone who's walked this path myself, I'm passionate about sharing proven strategies that will transform your English speaking abilities. First and foremost, commit to daily practice. This single habit will revolutionize your progress. When you dedicate consistent time to speaking English, your skills naturally flourish. Find creative ways to practice. Engage friends in conversation, chat with family members, connect with teachers, or even have heartfelt conversations with yourself. Try starting with simple expressions like, "Good morning. How's your day going? I'm feeling energized today. Thanks for asking." These small beginnings create powerful momentum. The secret to natural sounding English lies in training your ears through daily listening. When you surround yourself with authentic English sounds, you unconsciously absorb vocabulary, pronunciation patterns, and sentence rhythms. Dive into captivating English music that moves you emotionally, lose yourself in compelling films, tune into thought-provoking radio programs, and enjoy entertaining television shows. Take your learning further by seeking out English-speaking environments where you can observe natural conversation. These real-world experiences provide invaluable learning opportunities. On English Stories with Alex, we focus on real-world conversations that you might encounter in everyday American life. Reading unlocks the soul of language learning. When you develop a reading habit, you naturally build vocabulary and internalize how sentences flow together. Start with materials that bring you joy. Approachable novels, charming children's stories, informative newspapers, engaging magazines, or anything that sparks your interest. Challenge yourself to read aloud, feeling the words form in your mouth and resonating in your ears. This powerful practice connects your visual, vocal, and auditory learning pathways. Reading with a friend creates an even richer experience, as you can encourage each other and share the emotional journey of improvement. Writing creates a beautiful bridge to speaking fluency. When you put thoughts on paper, you're practicing how to craft meaningful sentences that you'll later use in conversation. Pour your daily experiences into a personal journal. Write heartfelt letters to friends, craft thoughtful emails, or let your imagination run wild with creative stories. Challenge yourself to incorporate new vocabulary with each writing session. This intentional practice helps these words become part of your natural speaking repertoire. Remember that mistakes aren't just normal. They're essential growth opportunities on your language journey. Every error contains a valuable lesson that moves you closer to fluency. Seek feedback from supportive teachers, friends, or family members who can guide you toward improvement. Release any fear or shyness that holds you back and express yourself boldly. The more you speak, the more confident and skilled you become. It's a beautiful cycle of growth. One of the most transformative practices is thinking directly in English. This internal shift creates a foundation for natural, flowing conversation. Begin with simple observations throughout your day. This coffee tastes amazing. That sunset is breathtaking. I'm feeling particularly motivated today. Or I need some rest after this challenging day. As thinking in English becomes your new normal, speaking will follow with remarkable ease. Expanding your vocabulary is like adding colors to your communication palette. Each new word enables more precise and vivid expression. Commit to learning several new words daily, using a quality dictionary as your guide. Record these treasures in a dedicated notebook and challenge yourself to use them in meaningful sentences. This active practice helps these words move from recognition to actual usage in your everyday speech. The rhythm of your speech significantly impacts how well others understand you. When you speak with measured, thoughtful pacing, you give yourself time to pronounce words correctly and allow listeners to process your message. Resist the urge to rush. Take thoughtful pauses, organize your thoughts, and deliver your message with clarity and purpose. This is something we practice regularly in the pronunciation segments of English Stories with Alex. Finding the right learning environment can accelerate your progress tremendously. A quality English class surrounds you with fellow learners, provides structured guidance, and offers expert feedback. Practice conversation with classmates. Ask questions that deepen your understanding and benefit from your teacher's knowledge and encouragement. This supportive community makes the learning journey both effective and enjoyable. When learning feels like play, progress becomes effortless. Infuse your English practice with activities that bring you genuine happiness. Engage in language games that challenge and entertain. Sing along to songs that move you. Watch comedies that make you laugh out loud. And have light-hearted conversations with friends. This positive emotional connection to English dramatically enhances your learning and retention. We're fortunate to live in an age of unprecedented learning resources. Take advantage of the wealth of mobile applications designed specifically for English learners. These powerful tools can help you practice speaking, build vocabulary, and refine pronunciation wherever you go. Explore the vast resources of the internet, including instructional websites, engaging YouTube tutorials like those on English Stories with Alex, and comprehensive online courses. Technology transforms learning from an isolated activity into an immersive, accessible experience. There's no substitute for friendship with native English speakers. These relationships provide natural practice opportunities, personalized feedback, and insights into cultural nuances that shape language usage. Through these friendships, you'll learn how English varies across different regions of America and other English-speaking countries, making your understanding more complete and nuanced. These connections enrich both your language skills and your life experience. Following English news broadcasts offers multiple benefits for language learners. You'll stay informed about global developments while simultaneously expanding your vocabulary and observing how English is used in formal reporting contexts. News programs expose you to different accents, speaking styles, and specialized terminology. Make this a regular part of your routine through television or online news sources popular in America like NPR, CNN, or local news broadcasts. Many communities host English conversation clubs where learners gather to practice in a supportive environment. These groups offer structured opportunities to meet diverse people, engage in meaningful conversations, and learn from others' experiences and insights. The collaborative nature of these clubs creates a low-pressure space where you can experiment with new language skills and build confidence. Check out community colleges, public libraries, and international student centers in American cities for these opportunities. If possible, visit places where English is the primary language. This immersive experience creates natural necessity. You'll need to communicate in hotels, navigate restaurants, explore shops, ask for directions, and connect with locals. These authentic interactions provide powerful motivation and immediate feedback, accelerating your learning in ways that classroom study alone cannot match. The diverse regional accents and expressions you'll encounter across America will enhance your comprehension skills tremendously. Flashcards remain one of the most effective tools for vocabulary building. Create your own cards with new words on one side and definitions on the reverse. Review these regularly, speaking the words aloud to reinforce both visual and auditory memory. This simple yet powerful practice builds a robust vocabulary foundation. Recording yourself speaking offers invaluable insights into your communication patterns. Listen to your recordings with a critical ear. Notice pronunciation challenges, identify hesitation patterns, and observe your overall speaking rhythm. Share these recordings with trusted mentors who can offer constructive feedback. This self-awareness accelerates improvement by highlighting specific areas for growth. Careful observation of native speakers reveals the natural rhythms and patterns of authentic English. Practice mimicking not just pronunciation, but also intonation, stress patterns, and natural speech flow. This conscious imitation helps you develop more natural-sounding English that goes beyond textbook correctness to achieve conversational authenticity. On English Stories with Alex, I regularly provide examples of natural American speech patterns you can practice mimicking. Reading aloud engages multiple learning pathways simultaneously. When you verbalize written text, you practice pronunciation, internalize sentence structures, and build speaking confidence. This multisensory approach strengthens neural connections related to language processing, making your learning more efficient and comprehensive. When you verbalize written text, you practice pronunciation, internalize sentence structures, and build speaking confidence. This multisensory approach strengthens neural connections related to language processing, making your learning more efficient and comprehensive. This collaborative approach makes learning more engaging and provides immediate feedback in a supportive environment. Practicing English in front of a mirror adds a visual dimension to your speaking practice. Observe your facial movements, mouth positioning during different sounds, and overall body language. This visual feedback helps you make subtle adjustments to improve clarity and expression, leading to more effective communication. Digital forums provide low-pressure environments to practice written English. Join communities focused on topics that genuinely interest you. Read discussions to observe how native speakers express ideas. Contribute your own thoughts, pose questions, and respond to others. These interactions build vocabulary and confidence while connecting you with a global community of English users. Popular American forums like Reddit have specific communities dedicated to nearly every interest imaginable. Creating conversation scripts provides a bridge between preparation and spontaneous speaking. Draft potential dialogues for common situations. Outline possible responses, and practice these scripts aloud until they feel natural. This preparation builds confidence for real-world interactions by reducing uncertainty and providing mental templates for similar conversations. Language and culture are inseparably intertwined. Studying cultural context enriches your understanding of how and why certain expressions are used. Learn about traditions, social norms, greeting customs, and communication patterns across different American regions. This cultural awareness helps you navigate social situations appropriately and communicate with greater sensitivity. Breaking your language journey into manageable goals creates momentum and prevents overwhelm. Establish specific, measurable objectives. Mastering 5 new vocabulary words daily, practicing speaking for 15 minutes each morning, or completing 1 short story weekly, these concrete targets provide clear direction and measurable progress. Acknowledging your achievements, however small, maintains motivation throughout your learning journey. When you consistently meet your goals, reward yourself meaningfully, perhaps with a special treat, an enjoyable activity, or something that brings you joy. These celebrations reinforce positive learning habits and make the process more fulfilling. Understand that language mastery unfolds gradually through consistent effort. Fluency isn't achieved overnight. It develops through daily practice and persistent engagement. Accept that mistakes are valuable learning tools, not failures. Maintain your commitment through challenging periods, knowing that each practice session builds toward your ultimate goal of confident, natural English speaking. Look for creative ways to incorporate English into your everyday routines. Write shopping lists in English. Jot down daily notes to yourself. Speak to pets or plants, and consciously think through daily activities in English. These small practices accumulate into significant improvement over time by making English a natural part of your daily life. Language exchange partnerships create mutually beneficial learning opportunities. Connect with someone eager to learn your native language while you practice English together. Structure your sessions to include dedicated time for each language, providing each person with speaking practice and teaching experience. This reciprocal arrangement offers authentic conversation practice with built-in empathy for the learning process. Digital language communities connect learners worldwide, creating rich opportunities for practice and support. These platforms enable you to ask questions, share resources, exchange learning strategies, and find practice partners. The shared experience of language learning creates immediate connection and mutual encouragement across geographical boundaries. Explore apps specifically designed for language exchange that connect you directly with native English speakers. These platforms facilitate text chats, voice conversations, and video calls with built-in correction tools. This technology enables personalized language practice with immediate feedback from fluent speakers, regardless of your location. English pronunciation presents unique challenges due to inconsistencies between spelling and sound. Dedicate focused practice to distinguishing between similar-sounding words and mastering challenging sounds. Study pronunciation patterns. Practice articulation slowly and deliberately, and work to replicate the authentic sounds you hear from native speakers. American English in particular has regional variations worth exploring, from the elongated vowels of Southern speech to the dropped R's of Boston accents. Beyond individual words, learn common phrases and expressions that American native speakers use instinctively. These ready-made language chunks help you respond naturally in conversations without having to construct each sentence from scratch. Incorporating these expressions makes your English sound more authentic and allows you to communicate more fluidly. On English Stories with Alex, I regularly highlight these everyday American expressions that textbooks often miss. Surround yourself with English through various media forms. Immerse yourself in American films, television series, podcasts, and music that engage and interest you. This constant exposure helps you understand different accents, speaking contexts, and cultural references. The more you surround yourself with authentic English, the more naturally you'll absorb the language's rhythms and patterns. Keep a record of your progress to maintain perspective on how far you've come. Note new skills acquired, challenges overcome, and milestones reached. Regularly reflecting on your improvement reinforces your commitment and helps you identify both strengths and areas needing attention. Celebrating your journey keeps motivation strong, even during challenging periods. Seek out local or virtual events conducted in English, workshops, seminars, discussion groups, or social gatherings. These structured environments provide focused practice opportunities and connection with proficient speakers in purposeful contexts. These experiences build confidence in using English for meaningful communication beyond casual conversation. While grammatical correctness matters, especially in formal contexts, prioritize communication flow in everyday conversations. Don't let concern about perfect grammar prevent you from expressing yourself. The more you practice speaking, the more naturally correct patterns will emerge in your speech. Focus first on being understood, with refinement following naturally through continued practice. Challenge yourself to use English in various real-world scenarios: ordering at a drive-through, making appointments by phone, giving directions to tourists, or delivering presentations. Each context requires different vocabulary, formality levels, and communication styles. This diverse practice builds adaptability and confidence across a range of speaking situations common in American daily life. Actively request specific feedback from fluent English speakers about your communication effectiveness. Ask them to identify particular areas for improvement rather than general comments. This targeted feedback helps you focus your practice efforts strategically on aspects that will most improve your overall communication ability. Language learning requires sustained dedication through both breakthroughs and plateaus. Set realistic expectations about your learning timeline, understanding that progress often comes in waves rather than steady increments. Trust in your consistent practice, knowing that each engagement with English contributes to your growing proficiency. Developing strong English speaking skills requires dedication, practice, and patience, but the rewards are immeasurable. Use these strategies to enhance your abilities step by step, celebrating progress along the way. Remember that each effort, however small it might seem, brings you closer to confident, natural English fluency. Embrace this journey with enthusiasm, knowing that the skills you're building will enrich your life in countless ways. The path to English mastery is both challenging and deeply rewarding. Enjoy every step of your unique language adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to English Stories with Alex for more helpful tips, engaging stories, and regular practice opportunities. With consistent effort and the right guidance, you'll be speaking English naturally and confidently before you know it. I'm excited to be part of your language learning journey.